Welcome back once again. So I paused the video to continue with the necessary cleaning and transformation. And now that our data is ready, we will export it into Power BI to continue with the analysis. So I will now open Power BI. Power BI is a visualization tool provided by Microsoft, and it's a very powerful tool for data visualization. So I'm going to import the Excel file into Power BI. So to export an Excel file to Power BI, you just click on import data from Excel. You can also import data from SQL and other sources, which we'll talk about later. So let me export my Excel into Power BI. So before it gets exported, this is the visualization tool that you can use, the various graphs or charts that you can use. And this is the ribbon, which has different tabs: home tab, insert tab, modeling, view, and help. As we move along, I'll talk about some of these tools. Okay, so we wait as our data is loaded into Power BI. But before your data loads into Power BI, it loads into PowerQuery. PowerQuery 2 is a product from Microsoft Excel where you can carry on with your data processing and transformation. And when everything is set, then you finally do the visualization with Power BI. So now our data is connected to Power BI. When you click on this icon, you see a preview of the data here. So there is a preview of the data, and you have load, transform data, and cancel. When you click on load, the data will be loaded directly into Power BI. But then we want to look at it if maybe we have to do other transformations. So I'll click on transform data. Let's wait as it loads into Power Query. So when you click on transform data, the data is loaded into Power Query, and you can do further transformation or cleaning in Power Query. But as at now, our data seems cleaned. So we will just look at a few transformations that we can use Power Query to do. So Power Query has a file tab, home tab, transform tab, add column, view, tools, and help. So some of the tools here are similar to that of Excel. Okay, so now our data is loaded into Power Query, but when we look at this column, we have null values which we don't need. So I'll just click on the column and click remove column because we don't need it. And one powerful function of Power Query is that whatever step that you do is recorded here. So you see, when I remove the column, it's recorded here. When I click on this delete button, the column that I removed will be restored. So Power Query is a very beautiful tool for data analytics because it tracks or it keeps records of all the actions that you do, and you can just click on any of them to revert back to a previous action. Okay, so this is our data and it's well cleaned. We don't have any null values. But the next thing that I want us to do is we are going to analyze a sales data or sales record. So we have the date for the various sales, which is the daily sales. We have the items, we have unit price, then we have quantity. But then we need a total sales for each day or for each item or for each transaction. Let me put it that way, because we need to have the total sale for the first transaction, the second transaction, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you can just look at the unit price multiplied by the quantity to get it, but then we need a column for that. So you come up here and choose add column. Okay, so when you click on add column, these are the various tools that you see under add column, and as we proceed, we will talk about them when the need arises. So now I want to add a custom column because I'll be performing calculations on it. So I'll just click on custom column. Then the calculation I will do is a simple multiplication calculation, which is multiplying the unit price by the quantity that was sold. So I'll just type inside here. Let me give the column a name. So the name will be sales. Then the formula will be, I'll just select it from here, available column. So it will be unit price. I'll just use unit price multiplied by quantity. Then you just press on OK. Right, so you see that we have a column for units, for the unit sales or the sales per each transaction. But let's look at something here. We want this to be a value or a numeric value, but then we can see A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3. So we can format the data to a desired data type by coming back to the ribbon under add column. You will see format here. So just click on format. No, it's not format. No, you come to transform. Yes, sorry, rather under transform. Then you look for data type. So you click on data type. But before you click on data type, ensure that you've selected the column that you want to apply the data type. Okay, so you see it has converted it to numeric values. Okay, and getting the right data type is very important, because if you don't get the right, or if you don't transform your data to the right data types, it will have a negative effect in your data analysis. So let me transform this also into numeric data types. Okay, we have some of the values have decimal numbers. So the data type for this column is a mixture of whole numbers and decimal numbers. Or you can also click on the arrow here to choose a specific data type that you want. Okay, so now at least we've done some bit of transformation for our data, so it's now okay for analysis. Right, so when you are done with your data cleaning and transformation and everything is okay, you come back to the home tab and click on this icon, close application and apply. Close and apply, sorry. So I'll just click on close and apply. Let's wait as the data is being loaded into the Power Query visualization area. Okay, so now we have okay, so the data is now loading. Let's wait for it to load and we carry on with our visualization. Okay, so now our data has been loaded successfully into Power BI. So we can go on and do our visualization. So let me run you through some common icons on Power BI. But as we move along, I'll be talking about them as the need arises. So you see we have this report view. So now we are at the report view where our visualization charts will show. Then we have the data view, which when you click on loads the data that we are working on. So we now have our POS sales register data. Yes, this is what we are working on now. Then we have the model view. So here, if you have more than one table, let's say you have 2 or 3 or more tables that you want to link together to perform analysis on, this is where all the tables will load for you to link them together or create a relationship between them. Right, so let's go back to the report view. And the report view also has the file tab, home tab, insert tab, modeling, view, help. So as I said, as we move along, I'll be talking about the tools that we use. In fact, I will do a full video tutorial on Power BI whereby I'll talk about the features in Power BI. But for now, let's stick to our analyzing training. Right, so under the home tab, we have the various tools that you can use. So first of all, I want us to insert a rectangle up here, which will have the title of our project. So to insert a rectangle, I'll come to the insert tab, then choose rectangle under shapes tool. Okay, and okay, so by default the rectangle comes with a background of blue, which we can change to suit what we want. So you can drag on the edges to fill up the spaces or to position it at your specific place or a desired place. So when you insert a shape, you see this format section here, and under this format section you can edit your shape. That is, you can change the color, you can add text, and so on and so forth. So to change the color, which I want to set as black, I'll come to style, then this is the fill color, so I'll change the fill color to black. Okay, then under style I want to add text to it, so I'll just switch on the text tool, click on the drop down to drop it down, then I type a title for it. So this will be sales analysis for September 2022 to March 2023. All right, so when you are done typing, you can change the font size here. So I want the font size to be 45. 45 is too much. Let's make it, okay, 38 is good, 37 is good. I'll make it bold, then I'll center it. It's already centered. So okay, so we are done with our title. So now we can move on to the visualizations, and the first thing that we will do is to find the total sales for the period. And to do that, that will just be a value. It will not be in a graph form. So I will use a card under the visualization tools. So these are the various charts that you can use, or the various tools that you can use for your visualization. And under the filters, you can filter for values here. Then under the data section, your data that you are working on is loaded here with the various columns. All right, so I'll just click on the card icon and it will insert a card for me, and you can resize it by just dragging. You can resize it by dragging it like this. Okay, and I'll push it here a bit. Okay, so now I want the total sales, so I'll just click on this sales, or I will drag it to the fields under the visualization tools, and automatically it will choose sum of sales. But when you click on the arrow here, there are different statistical methods that you can apply to your values or your sales values, but then we will stick to sum because we want the total sum, so I'll leave it as sum. Right, so now that we have our value, our total sales, I want to make some editing on it. I want to change the color, then also bolding the sum of sales or the label here. So you see, back to visualizations, there is this tool called format your visual. So I'll just click on it like this and call out value. I'll click on call out value. 45 is okay. I think I'll make it bold. Then I'll change the color to green. We don't see green here, but you can choose more colors. So in this exercise, all our higher values will be set as green. All right, so I'll choose green, and so I think it's okay. The next thing that I want to do is to work on the label, which is the text here. So I'll come here, click on category label, change the font size to 16. I want it to be a bit bold, a bit I want to increase the font size a bit, so that is to make it a bit visible. So I'll change it to 16, then I'll make it bold. Right, I think it's okay. So we can move on to the next visualization. And the next thing that, see, now this sum of sales is selected. Let's change the sum of sales to total sales, and to do that I'll just come to general, title. No, I don't have the title yet. I can create another title for it, but then I'll not create. I'll use the same values here. So I'll come back to call out value, then under I'll choose labels. Okay, I think I can't customize this label, so what I'll do is I'll switch off this label and use a custom label. So to use a custom label, I'll come to general, then title. You have to put the title on. By default it is off. Then I'll type my own title, so I'll make it total sales. Okay, I'll change the heading to 2, heading 2, change the font size to 16, make it bold. I want it to be dark, so I'll choose black, then I'll put it in the middle. Right, so note something here. By default, when you insert a card, it comes with its own label, but then you can edit the label and give it your own title. So that is what I've done now. I've used my own customized title instead of using the label that came with the card when I inserted it. And to get rid of that label, you need to put the label off. Okay, so we are done with this. The next thing is we are going to look at the average sales. All right, so to do that, you see this card is already selected, So when I click on any visualization here, it will change to that, but I don't want to do that. So just click in an empty space, then click on card again to insert another card. And this time around, I'll push it up here. I'll give it a title of, no, I'll pull the sales records again, pull it to the fields, or you can just click on the checkbox here to insert it under fields. You drop down the arrow and choose average sales, because we are looking at the average sales. Okay, come to format visualization, go to general, switch on title, add your title, which is average sales. Average sales. Okay, make it heading 2, change the font size to 16, make it bold, change the font color to black. We want a dark black, then position it in the center. Average should be capital A, so I'll edit it to capital A. Right, I come back to visualization, I put off category label, click on call out value, change it to a different color. So in this instance, I will use move. Okay, move, make it bold, 45 is okay, and I will expand it a little to show the other text. Okay, so basically this is how you can simply work on a card. Okay, the next thing we will look at is the minimum and maximum sales. So we will still use card for that. So card, then you go to sales, click the drop down arrow, choose minimum sales, go to visual edit, general, change, put on the title, change it to minimum sales, minimum sale. Okay, change to heading 2, make it 16, black, bold, then center it. Perfect. Okay, then the next thing is go back to visual, put off the category label, click on call out value, make it bold, change to blue. I'll use normal blue for it. Okay, the next thing on the bill is maximum value, so we will use card. Click on sales, click on the drop down arrow, choose maximum sale, you push it up here, you arrange it nicely here. All right, go to format visual, general, change the title, put the title on and change it to maximum sales. Or maximum sale. Change the heading to H2, font size 16, make the color blue, no, this color applied to the title should be black. All right, so you change it back to black. Come to visual, put up the category label, click on call out value, change the color to this blue. go back to general, title, center it, make it bold. Okay, then I want to change this to red, the minimum value. I want to represent it with this color. Okay, so all minimum values in our visualization, we will use this color for all minimum values. Okay, so now we have the cards for our total sales, average sales, minimum sales, and maximum sales. Okay, so now let's look at the monthly sales of the client. Okay, to do that, we will use bar charts. So this is stacked column bar chart. I'll just click on it. See something? You see, I told you that when a visualization is still active and you click on any visualization icon, it will change to that. So this is a practical demonstration. Let me click back or change back to card. So I have to click an empty space. Right, so now that we are done with the maximum sale, let's move to the next visualization. Okay, the next visualization is to look out for the monthly sales, and to do that we will use a stacked column chart. So this is what we will use. So first of all, you just click on it to push to the visualization area, and when you are done, you select the various fields. So you see that after I inserted the column or the stack column chart, you will see x-axis and y-axis. So the x-axis will be the date and the y-axis will be sales, because we want to find the total sales per month. So by default it will group the sales into year and month, but we don't want it this way. So I'll drop down here on the dates and choose, okay, it's already selected, date hierarchy. So what I'll do is I'll remove the day, then I'll remove, let me switch back to dates, then switch back to date hierarchy. Okay, so I'll remove the day, I'll remove the quarter, then I want only the year and month. Okay, so this is what I want, the total sales for the various months. Okay, so now that we've inserted our column chart, we need to do a few editing on it. We will change the column colors. So we'll go back to format your visual, then under x-axis we click on x-axis. We want the font size to be 12, we want it to be bold, we want it to be black. Okay, that's under values. Then you go to your y-axis, under values we want font size to be 12, bold, then make it dark black. Okay, then I want to put off the titles. These are the titles, these ones. So I'll put it off on the y-axis, and I'll do the same on the x-axis. Okay, now I want to change the colors of the column bars. Okay, so I'll click on columns. By default the color is blue, so I have to show all. Just choose show all. Show all will show all the colors for the various months. So from this chart, you can see that December recorded the highest sale. So I will change that to green. Right. Then March recorded the second highest sale. So I will change the column color to mauve. Then October recorded the third highest sale, which I want to make as dark blue, a bit dark blue. Then I think September recorded the next highest sale. So September 2, I will change it to let me change it to this color. I hope it doesn't conflict with any of them. Okay. Then I will change January, where we recorded the least sales, to this color. Then February to this color. Okay. So now our chart columns has been colored nicely. Okay, let's work on the title. So you go to general, then title. Title, we will make it monthly total sales. Monthly total sales. You change the heading to heading 2, the font size to 16, make it bold, choose dark black, center it. Sure. So we are done with the monthly sales. The next thing that we will do is to find the monthly average. So to find the monthly average, we will use stacked bar chart. You just click on this. I've repeated the same mistake. I have to click on an empty space, then click on this stack chart. Right. And we need to pull our dates, then sales. Drop down on the dates, choose dates. You drop down again, then you choose date hierarchy. All right. You delete the day, and the quarter. Okay. We want the average monthly sales. So let me choose average from the drop down arrow of sales. It seems we don't want this. We don't want a yearly average. We want a monthly average. So go back to date. Choose date once again. Come back to date again and choose date hierarchy. Let me get rid of the day. The quarter. The year. We want only for the month. Okay. So now we have the average sales for the various months. All right. Now we can edit the bars. So to do that, you come to format your visual once again. Then, as we always do, the highest, let me put off the titles. We don't want the titles. Come here and put the title off. Okay. Back to the y-axis. You go to values, change the values to 16. Make it bold, then dark black. Okay. You do the same to the x-axis. Go to values, make it 12. Let's make it 12. I think 16 is too much, so I'll change it back. I'll change the y-axis, the values in the y-axis back to 12. Okay. Then now let's change the column colors, the colors of the bars. Okay. So under bars, you choose show all to show all the colors of the bars. Okay, so when we look at the chart, I think March recorded the highest average sale. So select March, choose green for it, followed by December. So I'll choose December, change it to move. Then the list was in September. Go to September, choose this color for it. Then the third highest is January. So go to January and choose this color for it. The next one is, this is 471, this is 491, 476. Okay, so I think November recorded the third highest. Okay, so let's change November to, let's choose this color for November. Then change the color of January to this color. The reason why I'm manipulating the colors is that you can also use colors to tell a story, because the moment one sees green, it means that it is the highest value or the highest sale. So manipulating colors is very necessary in your visualization. You can also use it to talk to your audience. All right. Then I want to add labels to the value labels to the bars. So to do that, I'll go to General. Then I'll go to Effects. No, it's not here. No, let me go back to Visual. Then under Visuals, I'll go to Data Labels. Okay. Then I will choose, I want the labels to be inside the bars. So I'll come to Options and choose Inside. Okay. Then I'll edit the size of the values. I want it to be 12, bold as well. I will do the same to the monthly sales chart. So let me click on the monthly sales chart. Okay, I want to apply labels to it, so I'll put the labels on, and I want the labels to appear inside the bars, so I will choose inside. Then I will change the values to 12 and make it bold as well. Okay, now let's go back to the average monthly sales and do some few editing before we move on to the next item. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go to general, then title. Okay, title, and I want to change the title to average monthly sales. Change the heading to heading 2. Change the font size to 16. Make it bold, and I also choose dark black. All right, then push it to the center. I think our chart is looking nice now. Okay, now we'll move to the next item. The next item is to look for the top 5 items, or the sales of the top 5 items. So I'll click an empty space again, and I will choose stack bar chart once again. It appears here. I'll drag it down a bit. Okay, so we are looking for sales, top 5 sales. Let's do this. Okay, I'll drag items here, filter by top 5. Okay, then by value I will put sales here, then I apply. Okay, yeah, I think this is what I want. Yes, I wanted the sales for the top 5 items, so this is what I want. So what you do is, after selecting the sales items and sales as X and Y axis, you drag items and put here, then you drop down and choose top n. Top n means top number. Then you type 5 here. We are looking for the top 5 items. Then by value you drag sales to the sum of sales. That will give you this kind of chart. So this is what I was looking for. Right, so now let's apply some editing to our chart. Okay, so come to format your visual, the X axis, change it to 12, make it bold, dark black. Okay, we don't want any title. Okay, go to Y axis, we don't want any title. Edit the values, make it 12, bold, dark black. Okay, now let's edit the colors of the bars. Okay, so come to columns, show all, and as usual we will make the highest sale item green. So here is Royal Aroma 4x5 kg. So make it green. Then the next item, which is Fortune, make it mauve. Then the next item, which is Frital, make it this color. Then the last item, you make it this color. We also want to insert labels in the column. So come to labels, put it on. Options is put it inside. So choose inside and inside end. Then the values too, will make it 12, then bold. Okay, so we have a nice chart here. Then the next thing is we have to edit the title. So come to General, Title, and the title is top 5 items by sales. Top 5 items by sales. Make it heading 2, font size 16, bold dark black, then center it. Okay, I think we are good to go. The next item is the top 5, the count of top 5 items by sales. All right, so what we will do is we will click in an empty space, choose column, stack bar chart for it. I'll push items here, choose top N, type 5. I'll drag it here once again by value. Choose count, apply. Okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. All right, so now we have our items by count. That is the count of items that were sold. All right, so let's apply our formatting. Come to format your visual, General, Title. Let's format the title first. So count of items, count of top 5 is top 5 items. Change to heading 2, make it bold, font size of 16, change the text color to dark black. Okay, put it in the middle. Come back to visual, go to data labels. We've done that already, so I'll just go to x-axis, put up the titles, edit value, make it 12 and bold, and also make it dark black. Go to y-axis, put off title, make it 12, bold, then change the color to dark black. Okay, so the next thing that we will do is to work on the colors of the bar chart. Okay, and to do that, we go to bars, select or show all, change this to green, this to move, this to this color, the last one to this color. Okay, so basically this is just a simple visualization on the data that was sent to me by the client. Okay, so now that we are done visualizing the data, we can export it to PDF. You go to File, then Export to PDF. This will export the visualization to PDF, which you can send to the client. Right, so Power BI is a very powerful tool, and it's also easy to use when you want to quickly analyze your data. So I will encourage everybody to pay attention to it and also try to learn it, and maybe, who knows, you can make something out of it. If you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to this channel. Click on the notification bell so that you get notice of new videos as and when it is uploaded, and also share the link to others to also enjoy this tutorial.